Welcome back to Let's Play Motorsport Manager, everybody. This is the Timmix, and we're looking at the head start for Hawkins Challenge Race 6 in Munich coming up. Just a week and a half turnaround, pretty short one. Of course, with our finances almost 1.3 million in deficit, we're going to continue to just stand pat on our parts and work towards improving the performance of them. But the other thing that's going to be going on is we should get double sponsor bonus for our the Wonderluck sponsor there, and then we're going to get also a new fixed payment sponsor, so we may get a boost from that. So we should be able to get a profit of some kind out of this race. Let's take a look at what we have going on. And again, a 24-hour deal there. World Sports Network is the interviewee this time. Vasquez had a bit of a disaster, finishing down in 8th. What's your analysis? I'm going to say their team looks weak. I can't say this result shocked me. And I actually hit their marketability. Okay. And, yeah. Recap of our finish. Car repairs finished. Already 2 sponsor offers. That's better than last time. But let's mainly just take a look at what parts we're going to want to improve. So we want gearbox, brakes, and suspension optimally here. So let's go ahead and yank those out. And yes, all of those do need improvement. And they will not be finished before the next race. Only going to get them a little over halfway there, it looks like. So that pretty much settles what I'm going to want to do there. And Hawkins reminding us that we're doing great. The original target was 8th. We're currently in 1st. And, of course, 8th might have been his target, but the goal for the challenge is indeed to finish 1st. So, we certainly couldn't settle for that, and we're not going to. Okay, yes, Anna Roth wants to have the simulator to hone our drivers. It would give a boost to any rear wings we'd produce, which is all great and wonderful, but, you know, can't afford any of that. Okay, so Megan Twigg wants us to know about Munich. 48 laps, just over 3 miles. So in terms of distance, extremely similar to the Black Sea. Yeah, it really favors excellent acceleration. And we've got the gearbox edge. Track is hard on the tires, and likely to be some rain, it says. See, the race says, this forecast says no, but she says there's likely to be rain, so who knows what's actually going to happen there. Take another quick look here. And I think that we're pretty much set. APS results in Phoenix. Yes. Let me guess. You're worried about our money. We know this. We really do. Okay, now Panther is expected. It says Zoe Sharp. First race we haven't been picked to win. So that's some significant news. Roger Harrison says confidence in the team is sky high. But I think David McNamara is going to be wrong about Zoe Sharp winning. I think we're winning again. And Chapman hoping to make a few waves. I think this thinks there's an outside chance of a podium. I honestly think we can do it with a great race. So there's a lot more stuff about the other drivers now. So at least according to Channel 6's reporting, we are losing our edge for sure. Time to head off to Munich, and let's see how our car looks going into that. Now, we are second behind Katana overall. We've still got the best engine, we've still got the best gearbox, and brakes second behind Panther. We're down to 6th now, and just a hair above average on that front wing. The suspension down to 5th and falling, even though, I mean, 4 teams being better than us, very top-heavy. What that means, we're 4th on the rear wings. We did bounce back up some there, but you know, our low-speed corners, our front wings, they're, you know, just downright average now, pretty much. Okay, let's take a look at those sponsors and see who's the best. Both 1-star deals again. 8 races with an upfront payment of $500K, or 6 races at $150K per race. Well, obviously this is the better value, so I'm going to go with that way. The long-term hold, the better value. That'll take us through the majority of the rest. Now, we're not going to get anything else for about 3 races. 3 more races, and then after that we're going to see, like, Wonderluck will go off that race. Then we'll lose Wanchai and Peach Plum the next race. Carne and Rust Jet the race after that. So we're going to see that happen. And then there will be a boost going towards the end of the year. We'll have, you know, a bunch more sponsors at that point. So it'll be interesting to see how much we're able to boost our profit in Munich. Or boost our income, rather. Yeah, it's predicting, and it's usually a little higher than what this says, but it's predicting almost 200K plus if we hit the bonuses. And I fully expect us to. You can see Tondela is the only race out of the last 3 that we did not, you know, take the top spot in both qualifying and the race. Now, looking at our weather, it's going to be hot. So that's going to throw a little bit of a wrench into some of this. And that's hot enough that, you know what, I think I want to split them down the middle. Let's go 5-5-5. And, you know, that should still give us, well, because we're going to want to qualify on softs. So let's go with 4, 4, and 7. And try that. And that should give us enough that, you know, we should be able to use mediums and hards for the race if we want to. So, yeah. Now, I still think I'm going to edge toward mediums. That is, I'm going to want to get the medium proficiency up, or the race trim up, I should say. And let's see, we're Harrison expected to win, but Diaz only expected to finish 3rd. Interesting. So yeah, that's the first time we haven't been picked to finish 1st and 2nd. Okay, as always, the much needed weight stripping. Three crucial parts, so we're not able to get as much as we would otherwise. 300 gain to our performance. Says looks like it'll be a close race. Wexler looking good in practice. And Steinman Motorsport looks like they've got it nailed. Nobody commenting on us. So we've got partly cloudy or partly sunny for qualifying. And of course it's huge for us to do well here. We're going to go with the soft tires and the qualifying. No need to worry about the fuel economy, obviously, in this, but we will probably use that one for the race. And it's going to cost us a bunch of money. That basically guarantees that we can't afford to go with any more parts. I don't see that happening with that kind of a missed opportunity here. Man. Okay. Not the best qualifying session today, but Nigel Cook will have a good race strategy. Keep the faith. Indeed, I will. So, it's sunny. The competing predictions of rain, right now it looks like we're going with not rain. It's 25 degrees. Okay. So, race trim. And soft tires here. And basically I just want to get, off to a fast start. Now I'm going to go with the fuel economy and the race trim for her. So we'll see how that works out. Soft tires to start. Now let me take a look at our 48 laps. And we could make it on mediums. I'm pretty sure that we could just do, a thing of soft. Yeah, we should have plenty to do a soft and a medium. Or a soft and a hard. With the mediums, we'd have to conserve the tires more. And with the hards, we could push them. And I think that just with the hards and having more opportunity to push them, I think maybe that's what we want to do. I don't know. It's a tough call, but I think I want to go with the hards and be more temperature sensitive. We haven't used hards in this, and I don't even know if I've used them at all in this LP. So for that reason alone, I sort of want to go in that direction. So 34 would be my standard amount for this track. And I'm going to go with 32 on Diaz. A little bit less fuel, and I don't know how much that fuel economy is going to help. So, I'm being a little bit cautious here and not going crazy with it. But this is sort of an exploration track to see how good that works. And of course, what we want to do here really is get ahead of Saarinen and Wexler, who are not driving very well today. We're a little bit above average. They're doing poorly. So we've got North and Chapman looking pretty solid behind us. A lot of solid. Oliveira down here, looking good, but she's on medium tires. Only the top 6 went with softs. So, you can see our weather. It's going to be hot and dry. And let's see how we do here. Diaz, our top starter, and getting off to a better start than Harrison, who sort of slips. Diaz keeping up well with Saarinen and Wexler ahead of us. Harrison down to 6th going into the early turns. So he's going to have to try to bounce back from that. Diaz getting by Wexler now. And looking to press Saarinen for the lead. Doesn't quite get around the inside of that turn. Maybe this one. Gets to the inside but can't get by. Oh, there it is. Approaching the finish. or the corner there. I think our superior braking got us that. Alright, now we're up to first with Diaz. Let's back off to high and push there. Let's see how Harrison's doing. Went back to sixth, but now he's up to fourth. And he's working on the two red cars from Saarinen and Wexler. Come on. There's one of them. I'd really like him to make these passes by the end of this lap. Diaz comfortably ahead, so we're going to shift to medium and neutral there. And we cannot push the tires much further, so we're either going to make this now or we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. Okay, we're going to switch back to medium and neutral. We'll have to cool the tires even more than that. This may be... Yeah, I think this is going to be the last lap for Diaz. I'm going to send Diaz in now. And, you know, again, you could argue for the mediums. 30 laps remaining, 33 on those. You know, that's too close. Plus, we'll be able to run the hard tires harder. Let's just make sure that we can do this on one stop. The last few races have been like 3-4 stop deals. So it'd be kind of nice to do one that's just a one stop and then, you know, steady to the finished. Assuming that the rain never comes, but it's just going to, yeah, if anything, it's going to get warmer, and that's going to increase the advantage of the hard tires, I would think. Yep, I might be able to make it around one more time with Diaz, but why? And Harrison will get by and take the lead for the first time. Not for very long, mind you, but he will be able to do it. And he, I think, is going to get 2 more laps out of these softs. He's going to make it almost to the halfway point. And now that I think about it, you know, I probably should run him on mediums. The tire wear difference. We're going to see where he's at when he gets there. But I think I'm going to want to run him on medium. And why are we on conserve? We want to push on those hard tires. Well, actually, at first, let's go neutral. Let's just see for a couple laps what happens there. Yeah, Harrison's going to make it through one more. This is going to be his last lap. So, I mean, 28 laps remaining, and he can get 36. So, yeah, I think that's how I'm going to do it. We'll send him out on mediums. We'll have a little tire battle between Harrison and Diaz. Diaz will be able to push her slower tires harder than Harrison can push his. And Diaz going back to the lead. Fastest lap of the race on hard tires. That's hilarious. And here we go. 3 laps remaining. I think I can afford to push some again with Diaz. Harrison is bouncing back up to race a little better here at the end. Let's see, Wexler was gaining on us, but now he's running his tires down really low. So we're pulling out again there. Of course, it wasn't a close enough gap for it to really matter in any case. And back off as our temps are getting close for this final lap. We can see we've got a lap of fuel and about 30% for Diaz, about 40% for Harrison. So no fuel problems at all. And I may tighten up the fuel. Probably have each driver carry one lap less on the next race. I want to gradually start doing that as it gets more competitive. Or, you know, of course, it will help keep it a little bit fun, be more competitive. So 14 cars on the lead lap as we finish there. And Harrison happy with 16th, or second rather, 16th place car there. And there's Victoria Diaz winning her first race out of the last three, with Harrison taking the last two contests. And pretty straightforward. Vasquez had a drive-through penalty, contributing to him finishing down in 10th. No part violations. Jeremy Woodford of Chariot, one of the weakest teams, goes down. Harrison almost 16 seconds behind Diaz. That's by far the biggest gap we've had between drivers. You know, and then a variety of cars. I mean, generally they were overall more competitive, but they weren't close. So Harrison and Diaz now tied for the top spot. And we have a big time lead now, 164 points. And that is almost 4 races worth. If we maintain that gap and just increase it just a little bit, we can end this 4 races early. So, I mean, if we did that, then you would consider us to be halfway through the season instead of, you know, needing 2 more races to get to the halfway point. Vittorio Diaz walked away after an incident-packed race. Yeah, there was a crash and a couple corner issues. And not a whole lot of interesting things for everybody to say. Marketability goes up a bit again. All of the usual really minor changes. And the relationship over here is improving, but not yet up to whatever his second thing is there. Probably gets there by the end of the year, but Harrison not getting that boost as much as Diaz, who is fast friends now with Benedetto Romei. There's no improving to be done there. And we lose another 200K and change instead of gaining about 400. That sucks. Particularly with no more sponsors coming in anytime soon. So Hawkins GP continues to dominate the WMC race. That's pretty much the long and the short of it. You can see Panther with a modest lead over Kitano and Steinman. They're sort of continuing to split up the points well, allowing us to just plain pull away. And frankly, at this point, I mean, I consider this challenge to be over. I really do. It's just a case of playing it out. So we'll be going on to Cape Town next, and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.